Imagine an early morning in La Rochelle on the French west coast. We've just spent the night in a small local hotel and you're finishing up your croissant breakfast. I ask you to order a double espresso to bring me to the truck as I pull it up and we're ready to leave. Welcome to Truck Sim Diaries. In this video series, I record my Euro Truck Simulator 2 gameplay and I use it as a backdrop for my unscripted thoughts on what's going on in my life and the world around me. Sometimes I will have a lot to say. Sometimes I will just comment on the gameplay, and sometimes I'll just be quiet. Either way, I'm glad you're here. Last time, we took a sailboat from Italy to France, so we're in France now. And next episode, we're gonna take one of France's largest export to an island nation. A bit of a ways from here, but for this episode, we're gonna continue on the nautical theme and take a motorboat from the west coast down to the French Riviera. So let's boot up the truck.
Drive safe.
And get ready to leave. We're using the same trailer as last time. It's parked right behind the hotel here. And the marina is not very far away. So this is going to be a little bit shorter episode at least. We'll see. We're not going very far at all. But I figured we need to get down to the Riviera to pick up the cargo for the next shipment. So we might as well take the time and bring something with us so that we don't drive across the country empty. That's just not economical. Alright, trailer's hooked up. We're ready to go. It is 6:17, early morning, with 19 degrees outside. Can you imagine? I sure can. It is May 1st and everyone is off work. Kids are off school. My wife's away doing something. Both my kids are outside. I bought them new bikes that they took off in. So I'm like just standing by. They have their like GPS phone watches so they can call me if they need anything, but I'm like I'm not sure if I'm ready to just wait here. You know what I mean? There's a lot. I have a long road ahead of me. Like my kids are 6 and 9 and they're just getting, you know, they're growing big. They're starting to be independent. And I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. I am so very used to being the center of their universe, and now all of a sudden I'm like they shout something as they slam the door and they're leaving. Hey, go, bang, and then I'm like, okay. Now what? But it's good, you know. I want them to be independent.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
I just don't know what I'm gonna do, or how I'm gonna handle it. The process of becoming independent. It's like I want to be there for everything. I want to protect them from everything. I want to explain everything. You know, I want to make their mistakes for them.
Exit now.
But I can't do that. So I'll just sit home. I'll just be here and be the safe place that they can fall back to when they need it. They're just 6 and 9, so they're not. It's not like they're moving out or anything. I'm just
Turn left.
I'm just... Alright. We are taking one last look at the beautiful La Rochelle marina. Hopefully we'll come back here and do more of this sailboat. Wonderful. Just... We're not transporting a sailboat today, we're transporting a motorboat. But, yeah.
Here we are, safe and sound.
The game calls this cargo a yacht. Same with the last one, they call that a yacht too. I don't know. That's not my idea of a yacht, but who am I to judge, you know? If they want to call it a yacht, I'm all for it. I'll call it a yacht too. Let's go take a look while they're loading the cargo. See what we get. Yeah. It's a big one. You know, last time I told you about how a sailboat got me all giggly, and I get this dreamy, everything just turns dreamy to me. This thing does nothing for me. Like, the fucking loud engines, just, no. I would rather have my kayak than this. Jesus Christ, what a fucking... But I know that a lot of people love these things, so... it is what it is, just not for me.
Time to get the job done.
How much does this thing weigh? It's 10 tons, so it's not very heavy. I guess it's mostly air. In a boat. Glass fiber body, I don't know. We got 35 minutes of drive. I'm shouting, the window's open so loud. I'm sorry. We got 35 minutes to go. Estimated. 4 hours and 42 minutes. No, sorry. 11 hours and 6 minutes of in-game time. We'll see how long it really takes. We're a little short on fuel, so we need to refuel the truck. And we must not forget to enjoy the scenery. Like normally when I record this, afterwards I'm like, I don't remember anything. I just get into the zone, you know? I don't look around enough. Couldn't tell you what it looked like.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
But yeah, yesterday was April 30th. It's the Swedish
Exit
King's
now.
birthday, so of course we had the Swedish King. I'm not a royalist or anything, but I really like the guy. I am a fan of the King of Sweden. So we had his special, the King's cake after dinner, and then on April 30 there is this bonfire with singing and just a little choir bonfire. The village people, not the village people, but the people of the sorry, that'd be something. Everyone in the little village I live in come, gather around by the bonfire. It's really nice. It is very nice. And I saw this truck driver that I met. He delivered something for me at work. I told you I was on the skylift thing and I had to block streets and do just a bunch of stuff. So
At the roundabout.
he delivered the fence that I used to block off the work site with. It's not super heavy stuff, not something you lift by hand. So he came in with his truck. It's fucking. He's very young. He's like, I don't know, man. Maybe he's 22. Cool glasses. You could hear him come. Like the engine wasn't what making the noise. The stereo of the truck so fucking loud. It was great. And I saw him. I don't know if he lives here or whatever, but that's fun. I don't really know how to. Like I want to. I don't know what to say when I'm talking. I mean, I meet truck drivers every now and then at work. They deliver something for me. Normally, like, it's just these, normal delivery trucks. It's kind of. I don't think anybody loves a, single box urban delivery truck. They're beat to shit. It is like they hate the vehicles. They're scraped everywhere. Everything is bent. Everything is ruined. It just runs like shit, just to keep the prices down. But this guy, he had this crane truck, and those are, they're quote unquote real trucks. So it's something like the thing I'm driving now. But I don't know. I always get a little. I'm like, should I talk about this or is it cringe? I don't fucking know. I don't know what they think. If someone was playing Electrician Simulator, I don't think I would mind. But I don't know. Anyway, I complimented him. This is a nice truck, and he's like, yeah. That was great. I saw him walk by. That was fun. He looked like he was having a good time too. And also, the rest of the week is off, so we got that going for us. That's why I'm able to record this so close, The boat's really hanging out on the side there. But it looked like a lot of fun. He drives his truck that he's driving. It's a flatbed, and he has this huge crane. So he just lifts stuff and load himself, whatever it is. I think if I were to work as a truck driver, that's what I would want to do, because they don't go very far with those things. So they always, sleep at home or whatever. But then again, like, nah, I think I'm gonna. I've worked with my passions before, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. That's the best way to kill a passion for sure. And in France, trucks are allowed to drive 90 kilometers an hour. That's really fast. I'm not super comfortable driving this fast. Like, margins for error are so small. Even if it's just 10 kilometers an hour faster than what I'm used to, it's just 80. I still feel that it's a smidge too fast for me. Oh, and we have booked tickets to Swedish Comic Con. Gonna take the kids for the first time. I haven't been to Comic Con in years. I'm not. I don't think I'm the target audience anymore. Like, I don't really care anymore about sci-fi stuff, and I don't know, I think I talked about it earlier, but I am not about meeting my meeting celebrities that I like. I want to keep them as a mystery. I want to keep them in my head. I don't want them to have the opportunity to ruin. There's no way that anyone can live up to the image that I have in my head, so I can only, you know, the only thing that can happen is I can think less of them, I suppose, because, I mean, even if they're good, I don't assume that they're bad people or anything, but, yeah. I'd just rather not, I think. Oh, we can stop for fuel here. That was a little sudden, but
Reroute.
I think we can pull it through.
Go straight on.
I'm not sure how tall we are, though. What do you think? Well, worst case scenario, we have to back out and go on the right here. Hopefully we'll be fine. Let's take the left one. Oh shit, there's a truck behind us. Fuck. So if we have to back out, he'll be in our way. I think we'll figure it out. He may drive past us. Yeah, oh yeah, he's going. Yeah, maybe I should just stop talking. Let's go out and pull up from some fuel. What do you think about the height? Do you think we can make it? That thing sticking out, the light or whatever, is no. I think I'm gonna back it out. It looks clearer. First we need to get some fuel in this here fuel tank. 161 euro. Diesel prices are down. Like in real life, they were really high before, but they're a little lower now. Avia, yeah, we might make it, but I'm not gonna risk it. It's just not worth it. Not worth the paperwork, you know? Might hit the street sign though. Hopefully not. Yeah, baby. I think we're good. I drive like, when I drive both now and like in my work car or whenever I'm driving a car at all, I sit like a fucking teenager. You know, I'm a hand at 12 o'clock, like a fucking douchebag. But it's how I like to drive it's like how I like to sit. And I lean really far to one side or the other. So like right now, my right hand is on the wheel and I'm leaning on my left elbow. Just, I know I should sit like that, but yeah, sometimes I get some comments on it. Just fucking.
Exit
What are you gonna do? Like, I'm too old to change, I think. I shouldn't say that because I know I'm not, but I like sitting like that. That guy was letting us out. That was nice. And sometimes you feel like you're going toll booth to toll booth like this. There's not much road in between. That's because, obviously, this game is not one-to-one scale. It is, the long travel sections are shortened. I like to compare it to driving a memory. Like, only the eventful stuff is there. The long transport distances are abbreviated. And time is sped up. We get enough driving, though. But it would be cool if, like...
Keep right.
You know, there would be no way to do it because... Well, maybe with AI or whatever. But with the technology that we have now, and especially the technology that this game is built on, the hard drive space and the man hours that would be required for something like this, it's just crazy. And just think, the guys that are developing this game, SCS Software, they're like 400 people even. Like they were 300 people just now, and they recently hired even more. And that's great. That's a gigantic software company. I wonder what they're all doing. I wish I could talk to them about it, just kind of get the lowdown on how, on how it works, everything. It's just crazy to me. These companies with 300 people, that's gigantic. And all working on, they have this game, Euro Truck Simulator, and then they have American Truck Simulator, which is basically the same, it's just in the United States. Oh, that's pretty crazy. And for today, we're driving inside of France. France is pretty big, but we're only gonna stay inside France. Going to Marseille. That'd be pretty goddamn nice. Vacation, I mean. What is this big brown river? I have been to France, but only when I was a tiny little kid. But I was 12, 13, I told you this before. On one of those Christian confirmation travels.
Keep right. Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
I'm just constantly looking on the phone where my kids are. It's like it's not the first time that they're out of the house. It's just I don't know why. It's just so I'm not ready for it. There are so many things with parenting that I'm just not ready for.
Keep left.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna try to break any hold back on any progress or anything. I'm only talking about my internal process here. Letting go. Like, when you get kids, or at least this is what it was for me. When I got kids, I shouldn't say when you get kids, because going into parenthood, like when me and my wife when my wife was expecting my first child, people fucking bombarded me with what it was going to be like. It's a fucking, oh, it's gonna be this and this, and you gotta make sure you do this and this, and you're gonna feel this and this. Yeah, fuck that. Like, they don't fucking know. That's their experience. People do this with everything, but having kids is such a fucking traumatic experience. Just, it changes everything. So, who the fuck knows? It's like, it's as ridiculous as people who say that they think that they're gonna know how they're gonna act in a crisis, like when they're shocked. Yeah, they don't fucking know. You gotta do it, and and if you've done it once, you knew how you act. That you knew what happened that time. That doesn't, that doesn't dictate how it's gonna be next time. It's fucking moronic to say shit like that. So I shouldn't do it either. I'm sorry. And they were like, I'm all upset now. I remember they said, yeah, you gotta enjoy the baby bubble. Oh, enjoy it. And my first child was fucking, it wasn't easy. I could just say that. Yeah, enjoy that. Fuck you. Enjoy this. It has been constantly getting easier the older my kids get, and then people say, "Oh, you just wait. Small kids, small problems. Big kids, maybe. You don't fucking know." Sorry, I'm upset. I fucking hate it. People have been doing this all the. Oh, it's just get on my goddamn nerves. And I haven't said anything. I want to be like, yeah, fuck you. But kids are almost always there, so I can't, I gotta act. No, I don't say shit like that. Anyway, when I got kids, the biggest change for me is that I am no longer the main character in my story. It's just, that's it. They are the main characters of their story, and they are the main characters of my story. And I can understand how that for some people is frightening. Because you have to let yourself go a little bit. You're not a priority anymore. Well, at least you're not number one priority. Or number two priority. That's the other parent. And then there's you. And that's okay. And I can also understand why some people think it's kind of a relief, because when you're, 30? You're like, what am I doing? Like, what do I want to do? It's like, just, for me, it got a little tiresome to be like, what do I feel like? Some people enjoy it. I don't know. Then more power to you. I started feeling like I'm basically taking up oxygen at this point. Yeah, kids changed everything for me. Best thing I've ever did. But it's fucking scary, man. Like, especially as a man. Oh my god, it is. When my wife got pregnant, I live in Sweden, so we're kind of progressive here. Or at least we were. I don't know what it's like now. Yeah, I think we still are. when I, so it's like dad, you know, paternity leave. Dads are supposed to be this second mother. Except that we're talking about men, so of course no one gives a shit about our experience, and to view it from our side, it's just that's why I said we're supposed to be a second mom. And there's no like, it's like no one ever no one ever asked men what they thought about it. Not like, do you want to do this, yes or no? That's not what I mean. But more like, how should we do this? When my wife first got pregnant, we went to the nurse or the hospital to just make sure that it was what it was, and which it was. And she was like, "Oh, congratulations!" And then it was like, we're gonna go, and then we had to go for these checkups, like you do. It's just normal procedure. Everyone does this. Sorry, I'm thinking. Yeah, so everyone does this, and they basically said, like, or she literally said, and she looked at me and she said, and it's really good to see the father, you know, be taking a part in this. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it's not 1965, so I'm not going to be at home reading the magazine, smoking cigarettes, waiting for my new kids to come home. But, and then she said this, and this was so weird to me. She said, but you've kind of done your part by now, and we're going to focus a lot on her. And I'm like, okay. And that's just, that's pretty much the entire experience of fatherhood. Because everyone is like, what are you doing here? Like, they want you to be there, but it's like no one knows what you're gonna do there. It's just so fucking weird. And the same thing when the kid's gonna be, when you're in the delivery room. It's like there's barely any place to sit. So I'm like, of course I want to be there, but do you have to make it so fucking weird? And the biggest thing that I didn't prepare for as a new parent is like the buildup is this gigantic thing. Like you're prepping, you're doing these, you're going to these preparation group things. For whatever that's worth. And you're preparing for this moment when the kid arrives. And there's no preparation for like the day after and the rest of the life. So you do this thing that is the I've never been so tired. Like, because there's this discharge of energy, like, and there's a discharge of a child that's brought to this world. So emotionally, you're like spent. And then it's like, here's ya baby, bye. And I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I guess that's what the idea of those group things were supposed to be. We didn't talk about any of that. And then you come home and everything's changed. You're not prepared for everything. You have to figure everything out. And that's the first day as a parent, and that's also all the days as a parent. They're just riding balls out like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where the brakes are. And you just gotta fucking figure it out as you're going along. But man, I am so proud of my kids. I went out biking. I got, like I said, I got my kids. I ride mountain bikes. Oh shit! There's a fire. That sucks. So I do this trail mountain bike riding. It's pretty like rough and cool as hell. And of course my kids know this and they want to do it too, but they have, so far they've been a little too small. My son still is, he's 6. But yeah, so I got him these new mountain bikes, really nice bikes. Partly for me because I want to see if I can get them along, but both of them, when they tried these out, I could see that like a fire was lit in their eyes. They really liked it, and both of them have been like asking if we can go out just practicing a little bit. And I was out with my daughter yesterday and my son today, and they're both doing great. Like, and it's fucking hard. Like, they can tell that they're more capable on those bikes because it, like, the thing that I think that they like the most is the amount of control that you have on a mountain bike compared to a regular bike. And the bikes that they've had before have been like kind of shitty secondhand, just scrap heaps. Not too bad, but nothing nice, you know? But yeah, it felt so good to be able to give them a nice bike, you know? I like a nice bike more than a nice car. If I had to choose between a nice mountain bike, a really nice mountain bike, and an okay car, or a really nice car and okay mountain bike, I would take the nicer bike for sure. Because it's such a special thing, especially for kids. Like, it's their vehicle, you know? They can do things with that vehicle. How long do you think we're going to be here? They just keep coming. Now, here's our chance. If they just... I think I'm gonna have to do something. We're gonna stay here forever. Yeah, here we go. That was our chance. Oh, they did something! Nice! There we go. Yeah, they can figure it out on their own. As to just seeing them push it, like I said, a mountain bike makes them really more capable, so they get more self-confident, more confident on the bike. And then they push themselves a little bit more, like a little bit more, and that makes me really proud to see. And I could hear their lungs working. because it's straining to go uphill. And I pushed them just a little bit. Like it's a fine line when I push my kids to do something that they're afraid of. Almost, I can't remember a time where it has ended badly. And what I mean by ended badly is not them kind of falling and hurting themselves, because they've done that plenty of times. Both my kids have the scars to show for it. But what I mean is, them. Sorry, I gotta honk the cops. What I mean by ending badly would be if they would have been, traumatized is a big word, but I feel that me pushing them, I'm not, fure or anything with them. But I do push them to do things that they're afraid to do. We talk about it, of course. And I think I'm making some brave kids here. And like, it's not about not having fear. It's about doing it even though you are scared. Those kind of things. Just I wish that someone had done this for me. I've talked about this multiple times. Like, I don't know how to parent because my parents didn't parent me. They were just not there, or toxic. So I don't know what to do right. I'm just, in the dark here. I'm doing what I think is right. I mean, everyone does what they think is right. There's no right and wrong, but I know what not to do, so that's good. And it's May 1st now, like I said, so summer is coming. And they're out riding their bikes, and I hope that this summer is going to be mountain bike centric. I am very ready for that. Now the whole family has. My wife does a mountain biking. She had an accident. That was pretty rough, and she got a little traumatized by the accident. And anyone who's done any kind of extreme sport know that if you get kind of traumatized by an accident, it can be a little hard to pick it back up again. And it'll make you, because riding mountain bikes, probably with a bunch of other extreme sports, you need to be a little stupid, because if you hold back, you're not gonna do it thoroughly. Like, if you're gonna jump or ride over something, you need to have speed and momentum. Because if you're afraid and you hold back, you will lose your momentum, and if you don't have the momentum, the chances that you're gonna fall are a lot higher. Skaters know this, BMX riders know this, snowboarders, everyone. This is how it works. I know you can make that allegory for like a lot of things in life. You need to fucking gain momentum to be able to make the jump. So she ended up in a bit of a rut, and it can be hard to work through a trail trauma like that. It is, you just gotta do it start small and keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I told her that I'm gonna, like, when my kids have gotten used to their bikes, like they're still, a mountain bike you can pedal it backwards, and you use levers on your steering wheel to brake. They are just getting used to that still. They're doing it fast,
Keep left.
but like once they've gotten accustomed to their bikes, I'm gonna do this little
Keep left.
mountain bike training session. And my wife is like, oh shit, can I come too? Like, she knows everything, but maybe that's a good idea to start fresh, build up some confidence. There is so much in mountain biking compared to, right? It's not just a bike that has, bigger tires or whatever. You got to learn a lot about doing it, and if you don't have someone teach you, it's going to take you a bit longer to figure it out, everything on your own. So I figured I want to do it with my kids before they figure too much out on their own, because it might be a little harder to unlearn. But on the other hand, it's still kids, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we're getting tired. Shit, we should have... I wonder if we can go in behind this minty car and just ride on through to the sleeping area. Just let this guy take a rest. My wife wants to go on a train through Europe. But I don't fucking know, man. What do you think? Let's get some rest. We're waking up. We slept for 4 hours. We need to sleep for 4 hours more, but we woke up and we need to go to the bathroom. You think they got a bathroom here? Yeah, I think they would have a bathroom in a place like this. Of course we can't go in. I'm just LARPing. And when I say LARPing, that means live action roleplay. It is just a word for imagining things. I like to pretend that I step out of the truck and walk around like this, because it feels nice. It feels like I'm here more than just sitting inside the truck. Plus I get to look at it. Gigantic fucking motorboat. No finesse. Okay, let's get some more sleep. Now let's go. We should be almost there. Yeah, we got 131 kilometers left to go. So the rest was just at the end of the trip. Do you know what France's largest export is? That's what we got for the next episode. And it is not Moissons or wine. Though that'd be fucking suiting. And that's why we're relocating like this. We were going to go to the Riviera-ish to pick up the cargo that we're going to export for the next episode. I look forward to it a lot. It's going to be pretty cool. But do you know what it is? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to wait until next episode if you don't know. I'm talking category here. Yeah, we'll see.
Keep right.
I worry so much about my kids. I'm not just talking about right now. I mean, in general, I am the worrying one. My wife, thank God, is a calm one. I worry about everything. And it's been so frustrating through their, like when they were babies. Because there are so many checkups. There are so many things that can, you know, go wrong. So you need to, And I'm really disappointed in, like, the healthcare system, how they handled it. Because the problem was that I didn't get, when I said something, the worry that I had didn't get any traction. Like, I felt very ignored because it came from me, and I'm just a dad, and my job is to just be out of the way. I'm gonna be there. I should be there. I should be hands-on. I should be, I should be at the table, but there's no chair. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Just fucking stand here, lady? And then, so when I asked something, I felt that they didn't take my worries seriously. It was mostly just a matter of, well, why is your mouth moving? I should be there, just, I don't know, shut the fuck up, I suppose. So when I expressed worry about something, the focus was to get me to stop talking about it, not to look into what it was that I was worried about. So what I tried was I told my wife that we're going to the doctors about the kids. I am worried about this and this. Can you please listen to what I'm saying? And then you express it to them as if this was your worry. And she was like, why? Sure, but why? I'm like, just because they don't take me, you know. I explained it to her and she was like, I don't think it's like that. But when she did, yeah, of course they fucking took it serious. Because it came from the mother. Fucking bullshit. Just... That got me really upset. Because I'm like, ugh, all these fathers that are... They want to be there. They are told that they should be there. So everyone is in on it, except that there's nowhere to fucking be. Just half-baked fucking...
And then exit right.
That really bothered me.
Exit right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
We're almost done. And I have been wanting a cup of coffee since I talked about it in the intro of this episode. I so very much look forward to a cup of coffee. That is one of my best things in life. A really proper good cup of coffee. That is just... I've always loved it. Coffee. I remember when I was a kid and the adults had dinners and parties and whatever. And they would always just fuck off and just leave the kitchen in a mess. I remember I was just a little kid. Probably that was before I moved from northern Sweden to southern Sweden, or middle of Sweden rather. Central Sweden, I don't know what to call it. Fucking mid. They used to leave a little bit. They made coffee that was you boil it with the coffee grounds in the water. So there's always this little sediment left in each cup, and they used to leave some coffee and this sediment in the bottom of the cup. And I remember I used to sneak around and just sorry, this is disgusting, but I used to sneak around and I used to fucking drink that. I loved it. It was so good. So when it was time for me to become an adult, I was very used to coffee. I always loved it. And it's espresso style coffee. Doesn't have to be a lot of it. Swedes normally drink a lot of filter coffee. Not very strong in huge quantities, so a huge cup of, you know, bland coffee, and that is not my favorite cup of coffee, I gotta tell you. This short, strong, with some foam on top. That is my cup of coffee. Okay, we're here. Friends, strangers, at the marina. Let's see where we're gonna put it. It looks like it's identical to the last place. Yeah.
It's a nice ride.
That's a lovely walk down the docks. Everything about this is lovely. Isn't this lovely? Need her to turn a bit more. Now we need her to straighten up. Might need to do a pull-up, might not. We'll see. This might be one of my cleanest reversals so far. That was pretty good. Not to brag. That was pretty fucking good. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll go a little bit further back. There we go. There we are. Here's your motorboat, sir. Hope you enjoy it. The stats for this, 853 kilometers of yachting. 33.3 liters per 100 kilometers for 284 liters in total. That's not good. Especially considering we weren't very heavy at all. No damage, that's good. 46 minutes. Felt longer. But that's probably just the driving time, not the not the me talking about doing a whole bunch of other stuff. La Rochelle to Marseille. One great place to another. Scanias is up at 217,406 on the odometer. We're going to soon be at 2222222. I don't know if that warrants another box and a jar of Nutella or what we're going to figure out, but it's going to be fun. 10 tons of Queen V39. Planned was 919 and real was 853, so I actually went shorter than planned. I don't know how that worked. But this is all a big mystery to me. We did some toll gates, and toll gates. Income was 44,427. We paid 6,663 taxes, 168 in toll gates. Fuel was 471, which made our revenue 37,120. Rating was 3.5 out of 5. Damage 5 out of 5. Distance 3 out of 5 because it wasn't very far. Fines was 5 out of 5. Fuel economy was 5 out of 5, so that's good, even though I wasn't very happy with it. Math was 1 star. And yeah, 10 tons is not a lot for this truck. So it's what happens, I guess. And that was it for today. It was a nice ride, and we are here in Marseille at what looks like a giant container docks. And we are getting ready we're going to use the same trailer for the next super secret mission. I think we can turn the hazards off because we no longer have any overhanging cargo. But yeah, thank you for taking the time with this. I really appreciate it. And you need to take care of yourself. Bye.